At the beginning, it is always a good practice to duplicate a wall type instead of editing the default one. The reason for duplicating is to avoid changing the original system family, and also to create a customized wall type that is easier to manage in your project. For example, I can duplicate an existing wall, and then rename it as brick wall 150mm plaster 18mm both sides. By giving it a clear and descriptive name, I can immediately understand the wall's composition and thickness whenever I use it later in the project. Next, click on Edit, and then go into Edit Structure. Inside this panel, you can customize how the wall is built. First, we have Function. This defines the role of the wall in the project. Setting the correct function helps with classification and scheduling. Second, we have Materials. Here you can assign different finishes or structural materials, such as brick, concrete, plaster, or insulation. Assigning the right material is important, because it not only affects how the wall looks in drawings and renderings, but also influences calculations like thermal properties or cost estimates. Finally, we have Thickness. This controls how thick each layer of the wall is. For example, you might have a 114mm brick layer and 18mm plaster finish on each side. Adjusting the thickness ensures that your wall matches the design specifications and provides the correct overall dimension in the model. After done the setting, click the Apply and OK. Now you can start to draw your wall. Now let's move on to drawing walls. You can place walls directly in the floor plan by clicking and dragging with your mouse. If you need more precision, you can also type numbers on your keyboard to define the exact length of the wall. This way, you can combine freehand drawing with accurate input to create walls efficiently. Don't forget, when drawing a wall, you can define its height in the Properties panel. You may choose to constrain the wall to a specific level, such as the second floor slab. Constraining walls to levels helps maintain consistency throughout your project and ensures the walls adjust automatically if the levels change. First, it is a good habit to duplicate the default curtain wall type, instead of editing it directly. For example, I can duplicate one and name it Curtain Wall 900 by 1500. Giving it a clear name makes it easier to recognize later. Next, go into Edit Type to customize the curtain wall. In the settings, you can define the curtain panel type, such as glazed or another material. You can also adjust the vertical grids and horizontal grids, which control how the wall is divided into panels. After that, you can add vertical mullions and horizontal mullions, which are the frame elements separating the glass panels. Once everything is set up, you can start drawing the curtain wall in your project. You can place it by clicking and dragging with your mouse, or you can type in the exact dimensions to create it with precision. To create toilet tiles using a curtain panel, first go to the project browser and locate the curtain panel family. When you select it, you will see two system options, glazed and solid. Right-click on either glazed or solid and choose duplicate. Give it a clear name, for example, ceramic bath. Next, open the duplicated panel type and go into Edit Type. Here you can modify its offset to control the panel's placement, adjust the material to assign ceramic finish, for example, tiles quarry, and set the thickness according to your project needs. This allows you to create a customized panel type that represents toilet tiles. Now let's move on to the curtain wall mullions. First, go back to the project browser and find curtain wall mullions. Expand the category and look for rectangular mullion. When you click on it, you will see several default system types. Right-click on one of them and choose duplicate. Give it a clear name, for example, screed toilet. Next, open the duplicated mullion type and go into Edit Type. Here you can modify its thickness, material, and dimensions according to your design requirements. This allows you to create a customized mullion that can represent details like toilet skirting or other framing elements. Now let's create the toilet tile wall. First, pick any curtain wall type. Then, duplicate it and give it a clear name, for example, toilet tiles. Next, under Curtain Panel, select the ceramic bath panel that we duplicated earlier in the project browser. For the vertical and horizontal grids, change the layout to fixed distance, and then edit the spacing values to control the size of each tile. Under horizontal and vertical mullions, select the screed toilet mullion that we duplicated earlier. Finally, click Apply and then OK. Now your customized curtain wall will represent toilet tiles with ceramic panels and screed dividers. Once you have set up the toilet tiles wall type, you can start drawing it in your project. You can either click and drag with your mouse to place the wall, or you can type in the exact dimensions for precise control. This way, the toilet tiles will be placed accurately in your design. The reason we need to set up so many elements for the toilet tiles is because the default Revit system does not provide a ready-made type for this. By default, you only get basic curtain panels and mullions, but they don't represent ceramic tiles or screed. That's why we need to create our own custom components. We go to the project browser to duplicate and edit the curtain panel, giving it ceramic material and thickness. Similarly, we duplicate the mullion and adjust its dimensions and material to represent the screed. By doing this, we build a customized curtain wall system that accurately represents toilet tiles. This process ensures both visual accuracy and flexibility in our design. If you want to adjust the height of a wall from its base, first select the wall you want to modify. In the Properties panel, look for Base Offset. By changing this value, you can move the starting point of the wall up or down. For example, if you set the base offset to -1000, the wall will start 1 meter below the level it is associated with. This gives you flexibility to align walls with floors, foundations, or other design requirements.